tomorrow. Then we'll be jumping onto the theoretical practical class. Okay, so
Okay.
we will be developing uh, some concepts, and we will trying to so that in the longer run you can understand each and everything. So you just give me a brief introduction about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, right now I'm working as a project manager with Primavera Corporation, just a demo sub. But
Okay.
for this project, we have a mass excavation slash grading project. So we need to
Hmm.
have like a schedule for it, right? And the client's just asking me all these, if we could add, resources to it. And that's one thing I do want to learn.
Okay, okay, okay. So create a schedule or a project, assign resource.
Yeah. I guess, is it possible to also assign like cash flow?
Okay, assign cost.
Yes. That's his
So
biggest
cost,
concern.
yeah, cost comes with the resources.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So both are interrelated. So uh, what I'll be the model I shared is that I'll be today I'll be discussing about some concepts. You have the basics of project management.
Yeah, basics, basics.
Yeah. Could you spell your name again?
G A
G G
N D H
A N E H
I.
I
Yes.
Ganai
Gandhi.
Jene Gandhi
Yeah. Yeah.
Gandhi.
Yeah.
Okay,
N
Gandhi.
D H I.
Gandhi. Am I pronouncing it correct?
Yeah, you got it.
Gandhi. Okay. Okay. So now, so this is first slide. Oh, I'll like to share it with you. So I'm a project planning and a profession and a trainer, and I've been working in this field in this construction sector for last 14 plus years. I've trained around 1,000 plus students, and the biggest of all the project I've managed is around 2 billion plus USD, which was an oil and gas project.
Uh,
And yeah, so I had planned all the civil works, electrical works, instrumentation works, all the things there, and we commissioned the site. This is the
nice.
introduction. So, unlike other course, we will not be jumping directly to the practical part. I would like to build some concepts so that in a longer run, if you are weak in the project management domain, you will be able to cope up with the concepts, and then you will be able to apply the same approach in the software part. So that will be an additional part for you. And if you appear for an interview somewhere, okay, so they may be asking about the software, the theoretical concepts. So you may be having an edge among other candidates because you will be having the theoretical plus practical part too. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the three parts. First is project management basics, then the step-by-step instructions of the Primavera, and then I'll be teaching you how to do some things in ChatGPT. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So these are the course topics. First, we will be discussing about what is basically a project, how do you define a project success, what is project management, what is the project planning and scheduling, okay, what do we need to do project scheduling, how can we make the project successful, okay. These are the major concepts related questions that are being asked by project managers, and from the discussion I had with the project managers, these are the major course topics that I selected and I have tailor made as for the project managers. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then why do we need software for our project? Why do we need some software to control our project? Why do we need the monitoring and controlling part? One of the major, you know, root cause by which we are able to control our project. What are the benefit of using the software part? Okay. If we are using Primavera P6, what are its advantages? How the data is done in P6, what is EPS and OBS? I will be guiding you in detail how the structuring is done in P6. P6 being the largest used software to date among, if you compare with Microsoft Project and other software, because it is an ERP software. And also we can assign the cost, we can deal resources, and we can not only use the software, we can also use it as a standalone system by installing in our laptop. You have the software installed in your laptop?
Yes.
Okay. Then we will be understanding about projects, how we will be going to define calendars, what is WBS, what are activities, how do we find relationships. Okay. Then there are different activity types we have to use, we have to keep in mind while creating a schedule. What is the purpose of grouping and sorting? Okay. How do we create a schedule, and how do we update an unresourced schedule and also a resource schedule? Okay.
Okay.
Creating the responsibilities, assigning roles and resources, uh, managing project scheduling, earned value management. Okay. So this is the flow of uh, introduction style. Then comes the major slide. Okay. So what do you mean by project? If I ask you what is a project, what you do you think this term means, project?
It's just like a collaboration between different, I guess you could call them stakeholders to create a product at
Hmm.
the end of it.
Good, good. Okay. So why we do projects?
A lot of reasons. You could want to create a new product that doesn't exist, or you want to improve on a product, or you want to, generate revenue from said product.
Great, great, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So if I ask you the definition of a, project, could you define me as per the project management body of knowledge or PMI?
Probably not.
Okay. Okay. So projects are temporary in the undertaking to create a unique product or service. Okay, so this is the definition you must know. What are projects? Projects are temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or service. So there must be not only product, but if you are doing any service, like for example, if you are working in a consultation firm and you have and a client calls you to implement or do audit, okay, implement ISO 9001 system in their organization. So it's a service that you are going to deliver. So once you start that service and once you end it and help them to achieve the deliverable, that is the ISO certification, that's called a project. So this is the definition of a project. Okay. Then I ask you, why do we do a project? Okay. So the answer is we do a project in order to fulfill the objectives of an organization or in order to achieve some deliverable. Okay. The deliverable can be tangible or intangible. Okay. The deliverable can be tangible or intangible. When I say tangible, I mean I mean that, for example, after doing a project, you will be able to achieve some product in the form of, like, for example, if you set up plant and do a project, then you will be able to get a product in the form of anything. For example, you set up a plant of biscuits. So at the completion of the project, you'll be able to achieve a product in the form of biscuits. Okay. And when I say the projects are done to get intangible benefits, I say, for example, if you are if you are running a social media marketing agency, okay, so you are doing a project to get recognition from the clients and to get the clients to get the eyeballs of the client. Okay, so that's an intangible benefit because you cannot weigh that how much recognition you are gaining. Okay, you cannot measure that recognition or repute that you're gaining, but you are getting some benefit after doing some running a campaign or some running a Facebook ad. Okay, so that's called an intangible benefit. Is it clear, Gandhi?
Yeah, it makes
Gandhi?
sense.
Okay, 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 okay. So yeah, there are two people joined.
No, it's just me and you, I think.
Okay, so HP is written HP. Okay. So it will be me. Okay. So how many types of project there are there? So there may be some small projects and large projects. Okay. So small projects, it all depends upon the number of people, the quantum, the geographical location. Okay. The amount of investment you are doing. Okay. So that's a small project. And the large projects are also dependent upon the investment you are doing. Okay. The number of people involved in it. So all these things sum up, and then they are the major characteristics in order to evaluate how much is the project size. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, good. Let us move to the next slide. Okay, jump this clear on. Okay. Now, if someone asks you to make a project successful, okay, your response would be these three things. As a project manager, okay, the only way you can make your project successful is number one, completing the project within the timeline. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the request of the client. Number two, whatever investment has been done by the client or the end user, you should complete the project within budget. Okay, if you if he has suppose he has invested $2,000 on your project, okay, and the project is of 30 days, you are able to complete the project in 15 days instead of 30 days, but you demand $4,000 from your client at the end of the completion. Do you think it's a good thing? You have managed to save 15 days, but you are demanding plus $2,000. Do you think it's a good way of asking for the money?
Nah, probably, yeah.
No, why probably, yeah. The project budget was $2,000
Uh-huh.
and the timeline to complete was 30 days.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you completed it 15 days earlier, but instead of 2000, you should have completed the project in within $2,000, but instead of $2,000 you are asking that I want $2,000 more. Yeah, means you will
Oh,
be
sorry. Yeah, yeah, no, that's, you can't ask for that. You
okay.
just want, you doubled your production, well, which doubled your cost.
Yeah, yeah. Cost is doubled, but the timeline is half. Okay. So this is
Yeah,
also not a good trade. Okay. Both
yeah,
the parameters, cost parameter and the timeline parameter should be within the stipulated budget.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Unless, of course, the
Okay.
client wants you to hurry up, and then they're willing to pay you more. to cut that timeline.
Yeah. Clients want to hurry up and also want to control the cost. Both
Yeah,
KPIs are, he is considering both KPIs.
gotcha.
Yeah. Also, third thing is being a project manager, you should know what will be the resources you should deploy to complete the project within $2,000 and within 30 days. Okay. So one of the major thing the project managers suffer is they don't know how much resources or other thing we call in our project management knowledge is productivity. Okay. They don't know the productivity of their team. Okay. The timeline
Mm-hmm.
extends in most of the cases. What I witnessed is the timeline extends because they don't know that whether task A is should be completed in 30 days or 40 days. Okay. They don't have the prior knowledge of resource allocation. The term we use in project management is resource allocation,
Mm-hmm.
resource optimization. They don't have that knowledge. I hope you have this knowledge. Am I correct, Gandhi?
Wouldn't you get
Gandhi?
that from the estimate?
Sorry?
Wouldn't you get that from the estimate, aka the estimator?
Yeah. Resource allocation or resource planning we get from two things. Number one, in most of the industries, we have the norms available. Okay. If you see in the Middle East, mostly the companies in the Middle East, they have their norms. For example, a pipe laying job, they know that a 12-meter pipe fabrication, okay, a 12-meter CS pipe fabrication will be completed in 3 hours by two-person. So they have a standard norms there.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if you don't have the standard norms like other companies, you produce your own benchmark standards.
Mm-hmm. That's just from your company's history, right? Like
Yeah,
if you
you
paint.
from the available resources, you have a close watch on the resources that are working on the current project. Okay, you write it down their productivity. Like for example, a pipe fitter, how much time a pipe fitter will take, how much hours a pipe fitter will take to complete the fabrication works or the welding works. Okay, so you just have a note down and then you create their own standards.
Got it.
We will have a discussion as how we can create, and I will help you to create a template for this, okay, during the project.
Okay.
Okay. Now, your topic, one of the important topic. What is project management and its importance? Why should you have a knowledge of project management? Why, if you do, if let's say if I remove this project management knowledge from you, how will you able to perform in the construction sector or perform in the project? Why it's important? What do you say?
Because you don't have anybody like guiding it. There's no guidance.
Hmm?
There's no real guidance. So like a foreman could have like 10 guys. He wants another 10. You're already over the
Hmm.
budget, but they don't know that, right? Because there's nobody to tell them.
And how could you elaborate this? Tell me more.
Uh, Same thing with schedule, right? I mean, the superintendent could think he's kicking, he's doing really
Hmm.
well, but in reality, they're not going as fast as they should be. Using
Very
too
good.
many
Very good example.
excavators, stuff like that, right?
Very good example. You can, if you don't have the knowledge of project management, you won't know how to use the tools, how to use the techniques to be able to deliver a product. Okay, you won't know what is the success criteria. Okay, by using a
Hmm.
tool, you will be able to know what is your forecasted completion timeline. Okay, if you write on an Excel the start date and a finish date and you keep tracking on it, it won't guide you the forecasted completion date. Okay, it won't guide you the variances. It won't guide you how much lag or behind schedule you are. Okay, only a tool can save you. Only a tool like Primavera can save you and will save you from humiliation in the form in the front of the management that, see, Mr. This is your project, this is the baseline project, and this is the performance percentage completion, this is the planned percentage completion, and this is where we are standing. This is the variance, and we will won't be able to catch up our timelines. Okay, so it guides you, helps you to get the things driving, to get the things completed, to get the project completed. Okay, if your project fails, if you don't implement these things, these project management knowledge in your project, what will happen? You won't be able to achieve the business goal of your organization. If you won't achieve the business goal of your organization will collapse. Okay. Business goal means that, for example, if your boss, your CEO, your client invest in your project X amount of money, he won't X square amount of money after 2 years. Okay, that's why he's investing. He is investing because he thinks your business is profitable, or you will give him a good return. But if you going to fail, if you don't know the vision statement or the mission statement of your organization, okay, if you don't know the business, how your organization operates, you will turn it into a trash.
Yep.
Got it?
No, I agree. Yes.
Okay, that's why it's very important that every must should be well aware with their business goals. Okay, what is project planning? Okay, the term you must have heard it many times. What is project planning? What do you think by this term?
That's just planning the project, right? Resources and like scheduling, crew size, stuff like that.
Okay, so in easier term, what we do in project planning, we define the scope. In project planning, during the initiation phase, we define what we will do, how we will get it done, what will be the resources used, who will do it, what are the risks, who will be the stakeholders, okay, what will be the sequence of activity. So we do all this stuff in project planning. Why do we define scope? We define all the things because we want information about the project. Okay. And these are the 6 steps that are involved, okay, in project planning. So number one is, firstly, we outline what are the project aims to achieve. For example, if you are going to set up a grid station plant, we will outline and define the project manager or the CEO or the investor will define you that this is the project, this is the contextual timeline you have to achieve, this is the total amount in which you have to complete this project. These are the exclusions and inclusions of the project. Okay, these are the major deliverables, which mean deliverable means that you have to get the civil works done by this date. You have to get the excavation by this date. You have to get the area development by this date. You have to get the trench works or you have to get the mechanical works by this date. So he spells out all the things in the form of a document. Okay, then you as a project manager sit with the team and decompose the scope. Okay, so under you, for example, if you are a head of the project, so under you there will be a civil team, mechanical team, and electrical team. So you tell them the scope that I expect this scope from the electrical team. So as an electric, so you call the electrical in charge and tell him that, for example, your scope is to install these four panels. Your scope is to connect the pump with this cable. Okay, your scope is to energize, install lighting, and this is okay. Same, you call the mechanical guy and you explain him the scope. Fourth point is you, along with your team, plan what will be the resources required. Okay, what will be the amount the civil guy will be needing? What will be the amount the electrical guy will be needing? Definitely, the electrical manager will won't be doing everything alone. Okay, he will be requiring some labor to for panel shifting. He will be requiring some electrical technicians to fix the cables. Are you getting my point?
Yeah,
So
I got
these
you.
are the Yeah, so these are the major resource planning. Then you will be doing the risk management. Okay, you will be doing what if analysis. Okay, what you will be doing? You will be doing what if analysis. So what if analysis means that you will be creating a risk register and you will be anticipating and looking that what are the risks. Okay, for example, if you don't get the if you don't have the if your site is at a very remote site, at a remote place, okay, and you require daily concreting. You require concrete daily at your site. Okay, if you have a mass civil works project, so how you will be, thinking about it? What are the risks? So you cannot call a batching plant and ask for the delivery of concrete through a TM, okay, daily, because if it will take time and on the way it will get it the condition deteriorates, the concrete condition deteriorates, so it won't be usable at your site. So you will be planning like this: how let us set up a batching plant in our facility. Okay, then if the surrounding people are not they are not good people, okay, they may stop your site. So these are all the risk management that you as a project management will be doing. Sixth and the last point is stakeholder engagement. Okay. So you, along with all the people, you want to make sure that it's a win-win situation for all of the people. You as a project manager will see that it's a win-win situation for all the people who are in the neighborhood. Okay. Your investors, your CEOs whom you are reporting, your subordinates. Okay. So you will be as, as doing the assessment of stakeholders too. So all these six are the major areas where you as a project manager has to plan. Any questions?
No.
Good. Good, good. Okay. One of the important another thing is what scheduling. We have discussed project planning where we drive the scope and do the all the assessments. What is scheduling? What do you think by reading this? Okay, let me ask you. I want you to think.
Scheduling, I mean, just allocating time and resources
Okay, so
to try to
very
meet
good.
the,
Whatever
deadline.
scope you have captured so far, okay, that scope will be timeline, okay, in the form of a Gantt chart. So what you will get the details of the deliverables. Okay, when this activity will be performed, you will get the details of the milestones. Okay, what will be the initiation date, what will be the closure date, what will be the energization date, what will be the major items that will be delivering at site. So you will be getting all these details once you convert the scope into timeline or Gantt chart. So this is a major difference. People asks in the interview and they get confused. What are the interviewer asks what is the major difference between project planning and project scheduling? Okay, so most of the people get confused. I hope you will be able to answer if you appear in any interview.
Hmm.
Concept is clear. Am I correct?
Yes.
And one of the last thing is deliverable milestone. Last thing is what activities are on the critical path. Okay, you must have heard this term critical path. Okay,
Yeah.
have you heard this?
Yes.
Okay. So major thing is what activity on the critical path, because if we don't look at this activities, critical path activity in the schedule, our whole schedule will delay. Okay. So we have
Yep.
to have a check on the critical path activities. So that's why we convert this scope into timeline and Gantt chart. Okay, so same thing is repeating. Why do we need to do project scheduling? We need to create a plan, okay, to guide us the execution, to guide and see what are the ongoing, and to do the reassessments, okay, whether we are following the baseline dates or not, okay. So that's the main reason we are doing project scheduling, okay. So this was the last slide, 6th page. Today all theory, then from tomorrow, okay, we will jump to the practical part.
Perfect. Good.
Uh,
Sounds good. So same time tomorrow, like I saw.
yeah, same time, same time.
Okay, that works. Sounds good.
Okay, okay. And
All right.
I also want your colleague to join.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if he
convince
will
him.
be able to because of his schedule right now.
Okay, okay,
I think for this week he has no availability.
okay. No issue. But you have to convince him if all if you like the training,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
He's my superior, so I'll let him know. We're
and
really
also other people,
excited about the P6.
and also other people within your organization if they anyone is interested.
Will do.
Okay. So now the important slide comes. Why do we require software for projects? Okay. Now the project and the system is in such a way. Let me take. So project management and projects are shaped or made in such a way that a project manager using Excel, okay, he cannot track the dates, he cannot track the budgeted units, he cannot track the resources on an Excel, okay? And if he shares that Excel with anyone and anyone commit any changes, okay, he wouldn't know what will were the dates of that project. Okay, so we need an ERP system that has all the things within it, and then where Primavera comes. Okay, so Primavera is used by the project managers to control, not only control their projects, but also to monitor and make the projects successful. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
So same are the benefits listed, that all the projects are sequenced and they know, for example, also Primavera is not only helping project managers, but also helping program managers. Okay. There is a word as project managers. There is a word as program managers. Then there is a position called portfolio managers. Okay. You may be the project manager or project head of in California, and you may be the project head of one of the company. Let's say you are made the head of the California, and under you there are multiple projects going on of construction, buildings, hospitals, construction, IT projects. So there then a need was feel that, for example, if I list down all the projects under an EPS, so I may be able to track in a software. Okay, you cannot track these projects on an Excel, okay, by looking at it. If you have a software that can help you store these projects in a database, and when you open the software, they help you this when you open this project, it will help you what is the latest development. If you open the software, open this project, it will help you what is the latest development. Okay, so by opening a software, it will give you the access of the happenings. So a single software has so much capability and so much, you know, uh, expertise that it can provide you an insight. Okay, so that's why the need of this software was field.
Got it.
Okay, this is about Primavera. Okay, so Primavera is basically what it does. It integrates your project management knowledge and implement it into a software. So for Primavera, one must have a basic or an intermediate knowledge of project management, because the specification used in it are from the project management. Okay, acumen, all the things are used, like for example, calendars, WBS, milestones, constraints. So these are all the things that are part of the project management. So anyone who wants to start the software, working on the software, should have the intermediate knowledge of project management. Okay, and then we have the dashboards in it, portfolios, resources, reports, and it is ideal for planners, schedulers, and for an enterprise-wide access. Okay, these are the benefits that it will help you to track projects. It will help you to capture cost. Okay, it is ideal for multiple projects handling, like I told you. For example, if you are handling multiple projects, it will help you to access them, help them. Okay, then
Got you.
how data is structuring done in Primavera. Okay, so we have an EPS there, an OPS there, resources, roles, and WBS. EPS is called Enterprise Project Structure. Okay, so it is the highest hierarchy of the project of the software. Okay, so EPS is the highest hierarchy.
Okay.
We have EPS, then we have the WBS, then we have the activities. Okay. Sorry. The highest hierarchy is EPS. Then we have the projects. Then we have the WBS. Then we have the activities. Okay, so this is the highest hierarchy in Primavera, and tomorrow we will see how it looks like and what is mean by EPS. So EPS is Enterprise Project Structure. Projects we just discussed. What are projects? WBS is Work Breakdown Structure. Okay, Work Breakdown Structure means that we decompose the project. Okay, whatever project is, for example, if I got a project of cement plant, cement manufacturing plant, or so the project is cement manufacturing plant, and the WBS or what I the decomposition will be. There will be some civil works, so there will be a civil phase, there will be a mechanical phase, there will be an electrical phase, and then there will be an energization phase. Okay, so this is called the decomposition of the project. In the civil phase, I'll be definitely looking on to the general arrangement drawings, the sectional details, the reinforcement details. Okay, in the mechanical phase, I'll be looking at into the piping arrangement plans. In the electrical phase, I'll be looking into the load schemes, load list, pump details, and things like that. In the energization phase, I'll be planning as how I can, get the plant running, commission the plant. So these are the phases in WBSS. Okay. Activity is activity, a single line activity. You know what is activity. So this is in detail. EBS. Okay, what does EBS represents in Primavera? So it is the nodes. Okay, and it is sort of in EPS we categorize projects. Okay, so projects are of different types. Some are construction projects, some are strategic projects like capex projects. Some are done for research and development. So there should be a highest node or highest point that is able to categorize that projects as per their investments, as per their need, as per their resources assigned. Okay, so that's called as EPS. What does OBS represents? OBS means the organizational breakdown structure. Okay, so it means the management that is involved in the projects, like we discussed, like civil managers, electrical managers, mechanical managers, design managers. All these people are the called OBS in Primavera, organizational breakdown structure. Okay. So how does a project works? Okay. So we have some tasks. Okay, and these tasks are defined to complete the projects, and then resources are assigned on these activities or tasks, and then we are able to complete the project. What is calendars in Primavera? So for defining some timelines, so for defining some working hours, working days, we have calendars which we create in Primavera. So this is the option because every project has, you know, a separate way of working hours, a separate way of working days. So for every project that we create, we have to define a calendar for it. Okay. So if it is 6 days working and 10 hours will be working daily, so you will write 6 days multiplied by 10 hours. So it means everybody reading it will know that it's a 6 days work, and every day you will be working 10 hours, and one day there is off day. Okay, so that's why we create calendars. In calendars, then we have three types: global, project, resource calendar. Okay, different types. Then WBS we have discussed in detail. Okay, what is WBS? It is decomposition of projects. We define work packages to get the details, to get the documents done, to get the work done. Okay, then these activities, we have milestones where you know, uh, where we define some significant activities, okay, to get the clarity. Okay, then we have relationship we'll discuss in when we are doing Primavera. We have finish to start, start to start, finish to finish, and start to start relationships. Okay, every relationship here means dependencies. Okay, so if an activity there is an activity A. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So it means that, for example, there is an activity A and activity B. Okay. So the common philosophy in construction sector is, for example, if there is an activity A, so once activity A is completed, activity B will start. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. So this thing is called as relationship.
Relationship.
So we have start to start. This is the start to start. We will have finish to finish. We will have start to finish. This I will tell you tomorrow when we will discuss the schedule, and I'll show you how it times and I'll give you an example. Okay. So, but the most used is widely used is finish to start in the construction sector. Okay, because the philosophy or the approach we are using in construction sector is called as waterfall. Waterfall approach, where everything is in sequence. Okay. So this is called waterfall approach. This is finished to start first possible relationships that we were discussing. The successor activity. Okay. Okay. So if there are two activities, this is activity A and this is activity B. This one is called predecessor and the activity that's next. Okay. B activity is called as successor. Okay. Which means that if I take for you as an example, okay, your predecessor is your father, okay, and your successor is your son, okay. So this is previous, and this is the next activity. So this is successor, this is predecessor. So it says the successor activity cannot start until the predecessor finishes. So it's talking about finish to start. So the successor activity cannot start until this one has finished. So this is called as finish to start. Finish to finish. Sorry. The successor activity cannot finish until its predecessor has finished. Okay. Successor activity cannot finish. Finish to finish. Yeah. Okay. So both are finishing together. If you want to say finish together, so it will arrow will come here. If I want to start here, arrow will come here. So it says activity A cannot finish until activity B is finished. This is called a if we want both activities to finish together, okay, so we will use this. Okay. L- What will be the example of finish to finish? For example, if I'm writing something and I want to get it published, okay, so I'll write the first chapter of the book and I'll give the publisher to start printing it. So when I will on if I, or and an example is if there are 10 chapters that I want to get the book published. Okay, so every chapter once completed, I will give it to the publisher to print it. So when I'm on the 10th chapter or the last chapter, I will see that all the 9 chapters have been published and I'll be giving the 10th chapter to the publisher to get it published. So I'm completing two tasks together. Are you with me?
I got you. Hey, Saud,
Okay.
how much longer are we gonna go for?
Only four slides. I'm going
Okay.
to end. Okay, yeah, end it
Okay, I
fast.
just gotta step away in like 10 minutes.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so this way we will do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, these. So we will be discussing this activity types tomorrow. Okay, task dependent, resource dependent, level effort, constraints, which means that anything you have to assign and get it done. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so these constraints we will be discussing tomorrow. Group and sort. How are we going to filtering? What are the requirements in your project? What are the tasks required by you? It's called as group and sort. Okay, same way filtering. If you want to see only a specific thing in your schedule, like if you want to see the critical path activities, you go to filter and select that. So only critical path activities will come. So this is called as filtering. We will learn how to create filters. Okay, resources. You want to learn this one of the major important.
Yes, that's the big one.
So yeah, resources are three types here. Okay, in Primavera, there are three types of resources that we discussed. First is called as labor resource. Second is called as non-labor resource. Third one is called material resource. Okay, labor resource means people. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so it means managers, engineers, technicians, anything, anyone, labor resource. Non-labor means here equipment. Okay, so excavators,
Yeah.
backhoe, crane, anything is non-labor is called equipment. Material resource, which means, for example, steel, cement, okay, anything, bricks.
Could it also be like money?
Sorry,
Can it be like cash or money?
yeah, we can make that too. Okay,
Got
and
it.
yeah, so that's called a material resource. Then we will be defining roles. For example, once you have defined the resources, what is their position? For example, if you say
Si me
you
algo
have
con
defined
aceite
a
en las
resource
patas, ¿va? Mira.
by the name of Alex, okay? So what is the role of in him? He is a project manager,
Uh-huh.
okay? And this is the last topic, earned value management. Okay, we will be discussing it. What is this method and how do we assess the project performance? What is planned, what is actual, and how do we predict the final cost? Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, this is for now, and this all will be recorded. So once we end this video now, so it will be stored in your inbox, so you can see the video tomorrow, and we will be joining same time at 12 your time. Okay,
Okay.
discussing.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much of your time,
All right.
and take care. Have a
Thank you,
nice
Saud.
day. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.